Hello everybody and welcome back inside the box for another episode of Gunpla Kitbash with me, Kukamatsu. In this episode we're working on the legs, so let's jump right in. Okay, I think it's time to assess the thing all together as it is right now and figure out what we want to do next. As you know, at the beginning, I swapped out the legs of the original Blitz Gundam for these Strike Rouge legs, and I think I am going to go with that. I like them. I definitely want to put back the ankle covers that came with the original Blitz and remove some of the details in the surface of these parts. The top is quite chunky, so the question I'm going to have is, are the feet chunky enough? You know that I like big feet, but they don't all need big feet. So I think they might be okay. With the skirts on the ankles, I think that's going to give a little extra bulk down there just to balance out the top and bottom. I don't mind the top being a little bit heavier anyway. You know, overall I think it's looking pretty good, so I think I'd continue on with the current plan. So here is the original leg on the right and then the new leg on the left. And you may be wondering why I'm switching to a leg that is so similar to the original, and it's a great question, and I've been asking myself that a lot since I started this. I don't have a great answer except that it just feels right to me. It's just that slightly sleeker feeling that I think is right for this kit. I don't know if it's the knees or the ankle piece. I'm not sure what it is that in my mind it doesn't feel right with this one, but in any case I'm just going to go with it. I have this other leg available, so I might as well use it. And all I need to do though is I want to keep this piece, so I'll need to take it off here and attach it to there and see how I can get it to fit on there. So basically I need to attach that on there like that. So I think I'm going to have to remove some material from there. There is this shin piece that I was thinking maybe I could use and trim down, but actually those two pieces, although similar, are different, and so this one doesn't fit on there. So I think I will stick with this original one and then just try and figure out how I'm going to get that over top of it or integrated somehow with it. Not exactly sure. Not even exactly sure of the positioning. You know, you could imagine it lower on the foot like that. You could imagine it much higher, sort of as an ankle guard as it was kind of intended. This is definitely another one of those just figuring it out as I go situations. So I'm going to play with a few options here. I think the natural sitting position of it is there. That looks pretty cool. So the question then is, how do I integrate that? It kind of fits in there. It's a little tight and it squeezes that top part apart. I definitely like that better than over top. And now it's just a matter of figuring out how I'm going to get it in there to stay. The interference comes right at the end that curls back in there. I am wondering if just trimming that at an angle would be enough. I'm going to start with that and see what it gets us. Yeah, that helped a lot. It's not 100% there, but it's closer. Just needs that little bit more space in there for it to work. The other thing I need to keep in mind, of course, is that the foot moves and I still want to be able to pose it, so I don't want to make it too tight or need to stay exactly in line for it to work. There is movement there. You know, the other thing I could consider is taking this piece off. It's turning too much into the foot and not into, it's not the ankle guard that I was wanting on there. They're just both the same size. I don't want to go in there. See, to me that shows just the right amount of the foot under the guard. So that's why I want it to be back up there rather than down there. That doesn't look right to me. So now what I'm thinking about is trimming this piece even more severely, like across there. It means that I won't have overlap between the two parts, that they'll sort of integrate together, but tricky. I'm just worried that I'm going to end up cutting too much off and then it's not going to look right. I'm wondering about something like that. Just take another small step forward like that. Don't want to cut off too much. Oh. That might be it. That nice sharp angle there, contrasting that angle there. I like that. There's enough movement ability now. I think we got it. Maybe what I'll do is I'll mirror that on the back so they have a similar kind of look. It would be nice to fill that space back there. There is a piece missing from the Strike Rouge kit that should go there, but I'm wondering if I can adapt this to go there instead. So it looks like I need to cut it somewhere around there. It's hard to tell. I'll be a little bit conservative, I guess. Can always add more to fill that gap if I need to. The other possibility is I could just take this top piece here and have that as a separate piece and then just fill that back gap. Trying to get that to integrate with that is going to be difficult, so let me try that. This might be a blind alley. I might not even use any of this, but let's just see what it looks like. Yeah, I think that works pretty nice. And then if I fill that in, then it'll just be a nice solid black piece back there. I think that's going to be good. Let's grab some styrene and see how well that's going to fill. So I'm going to call that good. And I'm going to put a couple of tacks on here with the super glue. Now I'm just going to let this sit and dry on its own. The Instaset superglue accelerator does not play nice with the sticky tack. It makes it really greasy and weird and basically unusable, and you have to throw it away, and it makes it quite a mess. So I will just wait until that sets, and then I will remove the sticky tack, and then I'll put more superglue on there and then use the accelerator. Okay, that's set there, so I can go ahead and take the sticky tack out. And now I can go ahead and fill the rest of the gaps. Because of the curve, I can't use the big file on this situation, so I'll go straight to the sanding block. I think while I'm here, I'm also going to fill in this line right there. There we go, looking pretty good. There we go, there's that, and then there's this piece. I will just clean up the edge a little bit. We'll sit on there like that. And since I filled in the center part line on the back, I think I'm going to do the same thing on the front. There we go, looking good. Now the next major thing I want to tackle is the knee. It has this detail on it here, and basically what I want to do is just smooth that over completely and make this just one big smooth part. Fortunately, it all comes off as one piece, and it's easy to deal with in that way. There is a part that's a little bit proud that I will file down, and then I have to fill in the other area. I think what I might do is just put a piece of styrene on both of those and then just file it all as one. I have to fill the top and the sides actually. That's looking good. I'm going to fill the gaps a little bit more with glue before I cut, just to make sure that they're really well glued on there. I've had in the past where I go ahead and cut and the styrene pops off. Okay, now that I've done that, I can go ahead and cut the excess off. Time to pull out the big file and do some preliminary filing on there, get it closer to the shape that I'm looking for. Okay, it turned out really nice. I'm really happy with that. There we go. I think the leg is done. Thank you very much for watching. That is the end of this week's episode. If you enjoyed the video, I'd appreciate it if you give me a like down below, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.